Good evening, everybody. This is Robin with another edition of Horror Pop After Midnight. And my guest tonight is special effects makeup artist and actress Angel Bradford. How's it going, Angel?
Hi, what's up, everybody? It's going good.
Oh, it's good. Hey, thank you for coming on during your busy schedule. I know you're a busy girl.
Yeah, it's no problem. And honestly, I love staying busy. It keeps me out of trouble.
So let's talk about this upcoming film you're going to be in called Desperate Souls, a horror romance. Can you tell me a little bit about that and your character?
Oh man, Moira is she's complex. She has layers to her, and she's definitely the most intense role that I've played to date. The cast and the crew that are involved are amazing. Jamie Apple and I are really close. We've done a few productions together, and she's working on it. And when we shot, some concept stuff a month ago, I got to meet some more of the cast, and I got to meet Steve and Anne. And I definitely look forward to working with them again. And also the other cast members that I have had yet to meet. But yeah, it's definitely going to be intense. There's some moments in there that's going to kind of blow some people's minds.
Yeah, and you play a succubus in the film. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. How were you approached for this role to be part of this film?
If I remember correctly, Steve had just reached out to me on Facebook and asked if I would be interested in sending in an audition. And I did. I sent one in. I read the script. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of really cool, gory stuff in there.
Very bloody?
About everybody. Some cool, gory stuff.
Ooh. Now you have my attention. I definitely got to see that. I was like, okay, I the bloodier the better. That's how I see it.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely going to be some carnage in this.
That's pretty wild. So what got you into being a special effects makeup artist? And you also were in some competition too. How'd you end up fall in love doing makeup?
Well, ever since I was younger, I've had a love, for anything horror. My mom especially also really enjoyed horror stuff. So I grew up watching movies like Cujo and the original It, Amityville 2, The Possession, which is one of my favorite horror movies. Creepshow, Pumpkinhead, Hellraiser. I mean, all of these movies just had great, effects and monsters and creatures in them that really inspired my creative mind. In middle school, I was kind of teaching myself how to do makeup. Kind of fell off in high school, and then when I was in college, I took a theater class, like a stage makeup class, and kind of found my love for it again. And originally I was going to school for veterinary medicine, but things ended up changing in my life. And I went back to the special effects makeup once COVID, hit. Everything was shut down. So I started practicing my makeup again and shared it on Facebook and stuff. Did a couple competitions a couple years ago. And that's kind of how I got my foot in the door in the indie industry.
That's pretty fun too. So, did you do? Were you in any like competition too, where you got noticed, or?
Yeah, that's how I got into the industry initially. Was competing at Fear Fest in 2019, I believe it was. And I didn't place first or anything in that one. But the most recent competition that I did was also Fear Fest last year. And my model was Clarence Adams. He's an awesome guy, great photographer. He's great. But yeah, I competed there and I placed second with Tom Savini being a guest judge, which was really awesome. And then the next day I placed first, kind of out of default because nobody else showed up to the competition.
Oh, wow. So you were just sitting there smiling going, oh, wow, I didn't really have to try. So,
Yeah.
so how did it feel having Tom Savini, he's one of the big, makeup artists out there, judging you? What were you thinking? What were you feeling? You were like, oh my God, right?
Initially, I was very nervous. You have the jitters before any performance, really, and that's kind of how I see makeup as a performance. Anytime I'm doing makeup, the end result, I want it to be good enough to be seen on camera, no matter what it is, right? But having him there watching it was nerve-wracking at first, but then, you focus on the makeup and you get kind of that tunnel vision, and everything else kind of just disappeared, finished the makeup. And then he placed, the little medal around my neck and handed me my trophy. And it was a very surreal moment. I was very happy.
That's pretty good. So, do you have like a favorite creation you created that you like of all the creations you've done?
Yeah. So my boyfriend is my model sometimes for my makeups. And there was a competition that I was involved with a couple years ago where I made him up to look like a voodoo doll bunny that I had actually purchased from an oddity shop that was in Raleigh. And it's just a cute bunny. It's a black bunny that has weird little horns for ears, and it has like arrows and a quiver and stuff, and a goat's head sewed into its chest. And I was like, what if I made this into like a human, a human thing? And so that's what I turned my boyfriend into. And that was, even though during that competition that makeup was incomplete, it's still one of my favorites because it's just really cool and the concept behind it and everything.
That is wild. You got to show me a picture of that sometime. I like to see that. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. That's wild. I had a friend growing up like that too when we were in high school. He made a bunch of the monster makeup in high school. Everybody laughed at him, called him a nerd and stuff. And now he's in the business now, but he made like a homemade like Freddy Krueger glove.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he made an animatronic Freddy Krueger, the moving arms with the glove and everything. It was wild. And I was just sitting there nerding out going, this is fucking cool, man.
That is really neat. There is actually a prop that I am dying to make. I haven't really made any props before, but if you remember in the original Carrie movie, during the dance, there's that kind of disco ball looking thing in the middle with all the stars coming off of it. I want to make that so freaking bad.
Oh, if you do, you got to invite me out and let me do a video while you're creating that. Post it on my YouTube.
Oh, cool.
That would be wild, man. I like stuff like that.
Really neat.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoa, man, how do you do this again?
Yeah. It's, I don't know, something about shiny, sparkly things, and then the fact that everything gets covered in blood and, turns red makes it even better.
Oh, that's the best kind, man. Also, you worked with writer-director Josh Graves in a film, The House That Eats Flesh. How much fun was on there? And there was like a lot of great cast you worked on there, too, and plus working with Josh.
Yes. So some of my favorite people that I've worked with actually came from that set. And that was probably like the first like really big like kind of set that I was on. With like kind of like high tech, like cameras and just the amount of people that were there and everything. It was a little overwhelming at times. Things got a little stressful at times, but everybody was able to pull through, together and work as a team to make sure everything, got done. And that was definitely the bloodiest set that I've worked on. I was doing both makeup and acting in that. And Ariel Stafford, who is another phenomenal makeup artist, we were working together on it, and it was just so bloody. I mean, throwing blood, literally, just. But it was, I loved working on that. Morgan Thompson, who's now one of my really good friends, I met on that set. Lydia Manson, I met on that set, just a lot of really awesome people.
I love Lydia Manson. She is so cool. I love that girl to death, man. Yeah, and she loves me.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she loves me too. But yeah, Lydia's cool. That's cool. You're good friends with Lydia. That girl rocks, man. I always like to see what she's going to be doing next. She's always doing something crazy.
Yep. Yep. But, I miss her a lot. I wish, a lot of people that I've worked with, lived closer. Like, I wish that we could just teleport places. That'd be so cool.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get a hold of Kirk in the Enterprise. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Here, beam me up to Angel's house so I can sit there and give her a high five while I'm interviewing her.
Right? Yeah. Dude, that'd be cool.
It'd be like, wow, hey, virtual high five.
Now we just have to do it like this.
Yeah, like this. Snap. There's another movie you're going to be doing too, and I'm interested. I like these type of movies. You're going to be in a movie called Demon Hunter. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, gosh. So that was the longest set that I've been on so far. I believe it was 16 days. I got to work with people from Ireland, great people from Ireland, great group of folks. Got to do some stunt work. Got to be on a rig for a couple stunts. It was almost like camping. Like the locations that we were at we were literally at like it used to be a deaf and blind camp for children.
Wow.
But yeah. And they had, like dorms, 2-story dorms. They had like a cafeteria, mess hall area. It was really cool. It was literally like camping for about a week. And then we went and filmed at Waverly Hills, and that was very spooky. You just get weird energies, when you know that there's, a place like that and tons of people have passed away and stuff. Like, you just can't help but feel the energies when you go into places like that.
So when you went to Waverly Hills, did you pick up anything? Did you see any, like, shadow people? Did you hear any weird noises while you were on the set or anything like that?
I feel like there were a couple shadows that I saw. I was walking around with a group of people at one point, and we all had seen like the same. And then a couple other of the cast members had some experiences where they saw little balls like rolling around on the floor, kind of like kids were playing with them.
Ooh, that's creepy. I always wanted to go to Waverly to investigate that, like do like a night tour or something and see what I can find. I've heard stories where people would see their friend's doppelganger and it's not really them, it was somebody else, and they'd be like, weren't you up on the second floor? And he's like, no, I've been down here the whole time. That's creepy. Good old doppelganger.
Yeah, that is really creepy. I didn't hear about anything like that happening there, but
I think, and plus in Demon Hunter, you got to wear a kick-ass costume too, man. You were looking badass.
No, that's so Neve actually plays the main character. I play a character named Deborah.
Okay, I thought that was you. I'm bad.
I'm wearing cute stuff. Deborah is, very cutesy, girly, and she gets pretty bloody in that movie too.
Oh my gosh! I like how you're like, yeah, she gets very bloody too. Boy, you're addicted to blood. Shoot, I should let you throw blood on me. Shit.
Have you seen the pictures from my Carrie photo shoot where I was literally covered in blood?
Yeah, I did. That was a phenomenal photo. And when I was looking at the photo, I can tell you were like having fun.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. The cleanup wasn't really so much fun, but
What got you from doing makeup and stunt work and all that? What got you in? What gave you the acting bug? What got you? It's like, okay, I can do makeup and all special effects. Let's jump into acting. What got you to jump into acting from doing special effects?
I have to give that credit to Dwayne Etheridge. He is the writer director of Slumber Party Slaughter Party 2, which should be releasing later this year. He had originally asked me to do makeup for one of his movies, and I said yes. And then later he had messaged asking if I could read as an understudy for another actress, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I sent in my first ever self-tape, and it was very literal. I didn't have like the professional setup or whatever. I literally set up the scene the exact way that it was in the script and filmed it like that. I was sitting on my couch, talking on the phone, throwing things, and I sent it in to him, and he made me the lead role in that film.
That is wild. How come I haven't heard about that film? I definitely need to see that.
Dwayne has kind of had some heart issues going on, so he hasn't been able to do as much promoting and stuff for it as I know that he would like. But it should definitely be releasing this year.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally hooked, man. I'm usually up on my indie horror, and how come I didn't hear about this? I mean, oh my gosh, I'm slipping.
It's okay. Better late than never.
Exactly. Now this inquiring mind wants to know. I need to, do some research on this. That's awesome. Have you been to any like film festivals for some of your films?
No. So as far as I know, there's only been one film that I was involved with that was at a film festival. It was at Gen Con.
Okay.
It's called The Hexorcist, and it's a funny, kind of scary. I'll give you an idea.
Okay.
There's a scene where I'm basically getting up against a bookshelf and I'm being choked. And Grandpa comes into the scene drinking moonshine, and he says, "Damn it, Tammy, are you on your period again?" Talking about the girl who's holding me and choking me on the thing. And we just both turn and look at him, and she's still choking me, and we just look at him, and I'm like, it's just goofy.
Look at you. That's priceless. I could just see your face. You're sitting there choking, trying to laugh. You're like, so did she have like a good grip on your throat while you were trying? I mean, was it good grip?
We were both killing. We were both killing it. She had a nice grip on my throat, not forceful or anything, but just a decent grip. And I was just over there making my noises, choking.
Hey, that deserves. Shoot, who knows? Maybe you'll get an Oscar for that. The best choke.
You never know.
Also, you're a big Frankenhooker fan too, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I definitely love Frankenhooker. I would love to meet Patty one day.
Oh yeah, Patty's nice. I got a chance to meet her at Days of the Dead in Indianapolis, and she still got that face mannerism and that walk. She still can nail it to the T. I'm like, dang, you got it going, girl. And she's like, oh, I know.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, hopefully her and mine's paths will cross one day.
Heck yeah, maybe you can do some makeup work for her or something.
That'd be crazy. I've gotten to do makeup for Lisa Wilcox, which was really cool. She's so sweet. I love her.
Oh, really? When did you do makeup for Lisa Wilcox? Was it on a film?
Yeah, on The House That Eats Flesh and Demon Hunter.
Oh my gosh! I knew she was in House That Eats Flesh, but I didn't know she was going to be in Demon Hunter. Wow.
Yeah. Demon Hunter Time to Kill is really, like, everybody's going to love that. The premiere is going to be in Ireland. And I'm actually hoping that I'll be able to go to that this year. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to the release of that. I had so much fun.
I am looking forward to it too. And if you do go to Ireland, you need to go on top the highest hills of the Highlands of, go to some highlands over in Scotland while you're right there. Wear a kilt and let the wind blow it up and enjoy that European air.
I can have my Marilyn Monroe moment.
Yeah. And you can do like a video of it going, oh my gosh, I'm at Ireland, but I'm not far from Scotland. So I'll go to, go to the Highlands of Scotland and just do that whole Marilyn Monroe and let the Scottish European breeze blow up, and you'll be like, oh, this feels good.
The nice breeze.
That's right. And then after that, be like, you can say something. I'm from the Clan MacLeod. I'm a Highlander. that would be wild, man. So, besides you doing,
it's actually kind of funny too. Oh.
Go ahead. So what was kind of funny? What?
I was gonna say, you know how people end up mimicking their accents.
Oh, you mean mimicking the accents? Yeah.
On set with each other for so long, we were all kind of starting to sound Irish, and it was great.
Hey, can you do a little Irish accent?
No, not right now.
Okay, darn it. That would have been fun to hear that, man.
Good morning to you. No, no, please don't.
Hey, at least you tried. You're like, no. That's all right. So when you're not on sets or doing makeup, what does Angel Bradford enjoy doing? What else do you like to do?
I love to play video games.
Oh, really? What video game you playing?
Elder Scrolls Online. Right now, I just recently started playing that because I recently kind of finished a character on Skyrim. And I was like, oh, I need more of this. But I also have games like Dead by Daylight. I have the Evil Dead game. I love God of War, which also reminds me, I did just get cast in a God of War film that's being done by Jarrell Pyro Johnson. I'm going to be an interviewer in that, so very excited.
That's pretty good. I like Pyro Johnson. I'm going to be having him later this month on the podcast, so I'm looking forward to it. And when he found out I was interviewing you, he just got all excited. He's like, that's my girl.
Yeah, no, he's really cool. I had a conversation with him earlier today about the role. He had mentioned that he was going to be on your show as well, so... Hey.
Yeah, it's like, hey, he's pretty, and I want to tell you something. He's pretty ripped, man. He's a big boy. That guy is ripped.
I mean, he takes care of himself, you know?
He looks good.
That too.
Yeah, he looks good. He's like a chiseled specimen from the gods, from Olympus, man.
That makes sense why he's playing Kratos.
Exactly, and he's going to be like, oh my gosh, why'd you say that, Robin?
Nah, he'll love it.
Oh, I know, he will. He'll be like, okay, it's like, yeah, he's real excited. He's like, really? You want me to come on the podcast? And I go, well, I just want to hear your interesting story. I mean, you were an urban hip-hopper, did some little urban music, got into filmmaking. You got to work with Michael J. White. Come on, man. And then...
Dang. Yeah, on Wakanda, yep.
And then he was in a fun movie called Obstacle Corpse, which was very good.
That actually sounds really cool. What? Obstacle Corpse? It almost sounds like an anime. I also do like to watch anime, by the way.
Oh, wow, you big anime fan. That's cool. What was the first anime you got into?
I believe it was Death Note. I think that was the first one that I started with. And I've watched The Promised Neverland, Seven Deadly Sins,
That's a good
Attack
one.
on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. I just finished Record of Ragnarok because season 2 recently dropped, so I had to finish that. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice. So where can everybody find you on social media?
If they look up Angel Bradford on Facebook, they will be able to follow me. Unfortunately, I cannot add any more friends. I have reached my limits. And then on Instagram, I am found at angelnicole.b. But Nicole is spelled with an H. So it's like angelnicole.b.
Hey, whatever works. Hey, yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
And everybody, thank you for listening to Horror Pop After